Hello everyone, welcome to NCERT 6 to 10 class in short. Today we will be discussing some of the important MCQ questions of the chapter The Earth in the Solar System. So let's begin the question and answer session. So first question, who founded the word geography? Options A. Ptolemy, B. Herodotus, C. Eratosthenes and D. Hecataeus. So the answer is option C. Eratosthenes. Eratosthenes was a Greek mathematician as well as a geographer. The term geography, G means earth and graphia means description or writing, totally means the description of earth, was first used by Eratosthenes. Moving on to the next question, what is the name given to the full moon night? Options A. Purnima, B. Amavasya, C. both A and B, D. none of the above. So the name given for full moon night is Purnima. Purnima is the answer, we have studied it already. Third question, the star which indicates the north is called? Options A. Pole star, B. Alpha Centauri, C. Sun and D. none of the above. The answer is option A. Pole star. Pole star always indicates the direction of north. Then the fourth question, the most recognizable constellation is? Options A. Orion, B. Aquarius, C. Leo and D. Saptarishi. So the answer is option D. Saptarishi. It is the most recognizable constellation. Now the fifth question, the word planet has been derived from the word Planetai, which is named as? Options A. Spanish word, B. Latin word, C. Greek word and D. German word. The answer is option C. Greek word. The word planet comes from the Greek word planetai, which means wanderers. Next question, what is the orbital period of the moon? Options A. 29.32 days, option B. 28.32 days, option C. 27.32 days and option D. 25.32 days. So what is the orbital period of the moon? The answer is option C. 27.32 days. The moon orbits the earth once every 27.322 days. It also takes approximately 27 days for the moon to rotate once on its axis. As a result, the moon does not seem to be spinning but appears to the observers on earth to be keeping almost perfectly still. Hence, the orbital period of the moon is 27.32 days. Moving on to the seventh question, why is the shape of the earth is geoid? Options A. It is spherical, B. It is slightly flattened at the poles, option C. both A and B and option D. none of the above. Why is the shape of the earth is geoid? So the answer is option C. both A and B. The earth is said to be a geoid shape because it is a sphere with its ends flattened at the poles. That is why the earth has a geoid shape. Eighth question, tiny numerous bodies moving around the orbit of Mars and Jupiter, which also revolve around the Sun, are called? Options A. Stars, B. Asteroids, C. Meteoroids and D. none of the above. So the question is tiny numerous bodies moving around the orbit of Mars and Jupiter. So the answer will be option B. Asteroids. Asteroids can be seen in the orbit of Mars and Jupiter. Next question, how does the moon shine? Options A. Have their own natural light, B. Reflects Venus light, C. Reflects the Earth's light and D. Reflects the sunlight. How does the moon shine? So the answer is option D. Reflects the sunlight. The moon shines with the help of reflected sunlight. So we can say that moon shine with the help of sunlight. Next question, the stars are not visible during the day because? Options A. Because of their self-illumination, B. Because the stars are far away from the earth, C. Because sunlight is very bright and D. Their size is large. So the answer is option C. Sunlight is very bright. The stars are not visible during the day because the sunlight is very bright. Question number 11. Which is the brightest planet in the solar system? Options A. Mercury, B. Venus, C. Mars and D. Jupiter. The answer is option B. Venus. Venus is the brightest planet in the solar system. Venus, which can be seen with the unaided eye from the Earth, is the brightest planet in our solar system. Venus was given the nickname evening star and morning star because of its bright, consistent presence. Next question, which of the following is a natural satellite? Options A. Moon, B. IRS, C. INSAT, D. EduSat. So among these, Moon is the natural satellite. So the answer is option A. Moon. Next question, select the order from smallest to largest. Option A. Sun, Milky Way, Solar System, Universe. B. Sun, Milky Way, Universe, Solar System. C. Sun, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe. And D. Sun, Solar System, Universe and Milky Way. You have to identify the correct order from smallest to largest. So here the correct order is Sun, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe. Option C. Option C is the correct answer. The order is Sun is the part of the Solar System is the part of the Milky Way, and Milky Way is the part of the Universe. Next question. The 4 largest planets of the solar system in descending order are options A. Jupiter, Mercury, Saturn, Uranus. B. Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune. C. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. And D. Jupiter, Mercury, Saturn, Neptune. So the question is about the largest planets from the descending order. So the answer comes as option C. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Jupiter is the biggest, Saturn second largest, Uranus third largest and Neptune fourth largest. So the answer comes in this way. Moving on to the next question. The time required by sunlight to reach the earth is 8 minutes. But what is the time required by the moonlight to reach the earth? Options A. 1 second, B. 1.3 seconds, C. 2 seconds and D. 2.3 seconds. So what is the answer for this question? The time required by moonlight to reach the earth is option B. 1.3 seconds. The light travels through space or vacuum at about 1,86,282 miles per second, that is 2,99,792 km per second, or approximately we are commonly saying that 3 lakh km per second, that is the speed of light we are commonly saying. The moon is 2,38,855 miles away from the earth, that is the distance of the moon in miles. So the time taken by moonlight to reach the earth can be calculated as time equal to distance by speed, in that 2,38,855 divided by 1,86,282 equal to 1.28 or approximately 1.3 seconds. Next question. Stars appear to move from options A. West to east, B. East to west, C. North to south, D. South to west. So the answer is option B. East to west. The earth rotates on its axis from west to east. The stars thus appear to move from east to west due to the relative motion of stars with respect to the earth. That's why stars appear to move from east to west always. Next question. The planets that have no natural satellites are options A. Mercury and Venus, B. Mercury and Mars, C. Saturn and Uranus, and D. Uranus and Neptune. The answer is option A. Mercury and Venus. Mercury and Venus have no natural satellites. Next question. Which planet is known as the watery planet? Options A. Mercury, B. Mars, C. Earth, and D. Uranus. So the answer for this question is very easy. The answer is option C. Earth. Earth is known as the watery planet. If we look at our planet from outer space, what we can see is water. 71% of Earth's surface is covered by water, that is ocean, and hence Earth may be sometimes called as watery planet or blue planet. Next question. Messenger satellite has been launched by NASA for the study of which planet? Options A. Mercury, B. Mars, C. Venus, and D. Uranus. So the answer for this question is A. Mercury. Messenger has been launched for the study of Mercury. The Messenger mission was designed to study the characteristics and environment of Mercury from orbit. The spacecraft was launched aboard a Delta II rocket in August 2004 to study Mercury's chemical composition, geology, and magnetic field. The scientific objectives of the mission were to characterize the chemical composition of Mercury's surface, to study the planet's geologic history, to elucidate the nature of the global magnetic field, to determine the size and state of the core, to determine the volatile inventory at the poles, to study the nature of Mercury's exosphere. These were the objectives of the Messenger mission. Moving on. Next question. Milky Way Galaxy was first seen by options A. Galileo, B. Kepler, C. Ptolemy, and D. Copernicus. So the answer is option A. Galileo. Galileo was the first to see the Milky Way Galaxy. Galileo illustrated the distinct stars visible in the Milky Way. He pointed his first rudimentary telescope at the Milky Way in 1610 and was able to see that the Milky Way was made up of countless stars. The largest stars were visible to the naked eye, but the smallest stars became visible with the use of his telescope. This was one of the series of discoveries which he published in Ceteris Nuncius. Next question, which is the first Asian country to reach the orbit of Mars? Options: A. Pakistan, B. Japan, C. India, and D. China. The answer is option C. India. Through its Mangalyaan mission, India became the first Asian country to reach the fate of Mars orbit in 2014. It also became the first country to do so in its first attempt. Next question, Pole Star is always seen at one point of the sky whereas others are not. This is because Pole Star rotates with the same period as the Earth. Pole Star is a star of our own galaxy. Sun and Pole Star are in two opposite directions relative to the Earth. And D. Pole Star lies in the axis of spin of the Earth. So why do Pole Star always remains in one point of the sky? The answer is option D. Pole Star lies in the axis of spin of the Earth. Pole Star lies in the axis of spin of the Earth. That's why Pole Star can be seen only at one point all the time. Next question. A person stood alone in a desert on a dark night and wanted to reach his village which was situated 5 km east of the point where he was standing. He had no instruments to find the direction, but he located the Pole Star. The most convenient way now to reach his village is to walk in the dash. Options: A. Direction facing the Pole Star, B. Direction opposite to the Pole Star, C. Direction keeping the Pole Star to his left, D. Direction keeping the Pole Star to his right. Here we want to note that the person want to go to the eastern point. His village is situated in the eastern point, so he is now alone in a desert, and how can he identify the eastern position? Here if he walks facing the Pole Star, it will be north. Pole Star is always directing north, and if it is opposite, it will be south. Then right or left? The answer is option C. Direction keeping the Pole Star to his left. So why? Pole Star lies in the axis of spin of the Earth, and hence its position never changes with respect to rotating Earth, we know. Thus, if the person keeps the Pole Star to his left, he can reach to his village which located in the eastern side, or if he is walking to right side, it will be western side. As it is clear from the picture, left side is east and right side is west, so the person has to walk towards the left side to reach his home. Next question. The status of Pluto is demoted to dash. Options: A. Comet, B. Meteor, C. Dwarf planet, and D. Asteroid. The answer is option C. Dwarf planet. Pluto is demoted to dwarf planet in 2006. Till August 2006, Pluto was also considered a planet. However, in a meeting of the International Astronomical Union (IAU), a decision was taken that Pluto, like other celestial objects, Cirrus 2003 UB313, discovered in present past, may be called as dwarf planets. The IAU defines the criteria for a planet as follows. 3 criteria are there. First one, it is in orbit around the sun. Second, it has sufficient mass to assume hydrostatic equilibrium, a nearly rounded shape. Third, it has cleared the neighborhood around its orbit. Pluto is satisfying the first 2 criteria, but it is not clearing the neighborhood around its orbit because it has sharing its orbit and neighborhood with the Kuiper belt objects like Plutinous. So it is no longer a planet now. Next question. Identify the correct statement or statements. A. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune are called gas giants or Jovian planets. B. Uranus is known as the green planet. C. Uranus and Neptune are known as ice giants. D. All the above are correct. The answer is option D. All the above are correct. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune are known as gas giants or Jovian planets because these planets are made of gas. Other planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars, are made of rocks. Then, Uranus is blue-green as a result of methane in its mostly hydrogen-helium atmosphere. So, Uranus is also known as green planet because it is blue-green in color. Then, Uranus and Neptune are classified as ice giants because their rocky ice cores are proportionally larger than the gas they contain. Jupiter and Saturn contains gas, but Uranus and Neptune contains more ice than gas, so it is known as ice giants. So that's all for today. We will be meeting in the next video with a new chapter. Thank you.